Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Imperator Rome as we are playing as the Roman Republic. So let's go ahead and jump into today's episode because it is unfortunately probably going to have to be a shorter episode. So let's just go and get started. I asked at the end of the last episode whether we should abort this mission here or just keep it going and try and get it completed, and there was like one or two people that said stick with the mission. The majority of you guys just said let's abort it and we'll come back to 20 years or however many years from now, and let's do something that's more fitting for right now. So we've got several choices here. Of course, we got the subduing Greece, which could let us go into Greece if we wanted to. We could do the growth of Magna Graecia, which we had that one available last time. We didn't do that. We could do the conquest of Africa, and then this one is actually probably the one we're going to do. Yeah, let's do this one. So in English, we typically pronounce this as Cisalpine Gaul. I think in Latin it'd be like Cisalpine or something like that, or Cisalpina Gaul. I could be completely butchering that though. But yeah, this is this area here in northern Italy, which we've already conquered much of, so it should be pretty easy to do this overall. We should be able to just shoot through some of the missions because of what we've already done here. So this is clearly the best option in my opinion. So let's go with that and see what we can get here. So the first one takes 180 days to complete. A Roman freeman will be settled in owned Gallic territories, and we'll get a claim. Yeah, we're going to go for that one. Start working on that because we don't want to do war just yet, guys. We still need to burn off some more of this aggressive expansion and get that stability up a little bit higher. I think that's pretty imperative. And then also to fix this issue here, because while they're no longer looking at a rebellion, it's still really, really low, their loyalty. So we need to get that up higher. It took a long time for it to get that low. It's going to take a long time for it to get higher. So this is the land grants here. And we have the choice of an excellent initiative, in which case this character here, a deployed tribune. Okay, so that's interesting. They changed the name of it. I see, so it says deployed tribune now if he's actually leading troops. And maybe it said that before, but I never noticed it if it did. So I want to say that's something new in the patch, that now it says deployed tribune. Maybe I just missed it before. But if we did that, he's going to get popularity, which is typically never a good thing for your generals getting popularity. And this Roman freeman will move into that territory. Or we can say we should encourage this as much as possible. He'll gain even more popularity once he spends the money. And just trying to see what the difference here. It looks like you're still going to have the Roman freeman move. It's just going to be the one, but you're going to get that modifier, which is going to decrease the local population happiness by -5%, but increase the pop conversion and assimilation speed. And that's not just a modifier, that's a +2. So that's really good, in fact, and that's for a long time. Yeah, let's do this one. I think that's the best option. I know we're getting popularity for this guy, which, as I said, is not great, but that's a good modifier for the area, guys. Yeah, so let's go and do that. Just try and get them converted a little bit quicker. And that was also the area where we were having loyalty issues. So you can see already it's going to impact it. Yeah, because I want to say that was right here. I believe that's where they said it was happening. Just kind of look through here real quick. Yeah, I think that was the province, and that was the one that was the closest to rebelling against us. As you can see here, it still has very, very low loyalty at 0.29. And our stability has dropped again because we now have a new consul, but this consul is pretty decent. He's a 9972, so really just his zeals is low. And of course we have the Popularis faction in power here, and they have the National Freeman Happiness bonus. So yeah, that is that's not a bad consul at all, man. I mean, let's go and take a look at his traits before I say that, because maybe he has terrible traits. He's got the uncaring, that's not a great one. We got the steadfast, which is going to increase discipline whenever he's commanding those levies, so that's good. He's a good military commander, essentially. He's also a scholar, so that helps a lot. +5% here as the ruler, and he's prominent. So that's going to increase the commerce in our capital. Yeah, this is a really great consul, guys. Yeah, he's pretty decent. All right, so he's 56 years old. He's healthy. Oh yeah, that's right. They changed the health system here. So it's no longer a bar that ticks down, as I think I mentioned before. So that's nice. So when somebody's not healthy, like what's it say? Does it just say unhealthy? Does it say like nearing death? I imagine it still has the same like bar. It's still there. It's just you can't see it. Now, I could be wrong because I haven't looked in the files to see if it is exactly the same, but that's what I imagine is happening here, is that it is the, it's still the same system. They just hid it so you can't see it. All right, so we need to get these 2 positions filled out. We have 1 unhappy family. And I guess we'd want to put them in this position unless there's somebody here for this position that would work, which there's this guy here with level 6, but this is such an important position. I want the best guy that we can get in there. And I guess we'll have to go with Hannibal here. He's only level 8 marshal, but and his statesmanship's low too, but his loyalty is high. So there's that. So I have to put him in place there. And then over here, I suppose we'll just put somebody from our unhappy family in place, which would be Sextus. Yeah. All right, excellent. So that OPs the family. And I don't know if we'll be able to declare war this episode because it is a shorter episode. We're going to try. We'll see if we can. Again, though, I got to get that aggressive expansion down some. And we can move our way through the mission tree. So the settlement has gone remarkably well, with many freeholders already establishing their farmsteads. So with this one here, we get that modifier, and 12 Roman freemen have moved to the territory. Oh, wow. Okay, so a lot more than I thought. Maybe it wasn't saying one was going to move. Maybe it was just saying that some were going to move. All right, so, and then we also get this non-aligned Gaelic nations in the region have lost opinion with us. Okay, that's fine. We don't really care what they think anyways. So with the Omen, I really feel like there's no other choice still. We still got to go with the Jupiter one. We've got to get this aggressive expansion down faster. So go ahead and stick with that. And let's take a look at the next mission here, guys. It seems that there's only one currently available. Yeah, because there's one province here in this state that we do not own. So that's the reason why we can't do that one yet. Obviously, we have all the full control over these lands here, so we can do that one. This one... Okay, so this says that nobody else can exist there. I think I'm just kind of looking through it real quick. Or maybe... they don't have at least 4 territories. Okay, so they could be like a little small tribe. And then we have the befriend the Gaelic tribes. Okay, so probably not going to do that one there, guys. I don't know about this one here. Yeah, I don't know if we'll ever complete that one. But this one here, we got to have both of these, don't we? Okay. Well, we'll get that one as soon as we attack those guys. So, and then allow us to go into this one here. And then down here. Okay, so yeah, let's go and take this one. What is this going to do? We're going to gain some popularity for our consul. And, okay, so this is the Colonia. I see. So we've seen these events, many times before in other areas that we conquered and had the mission tree for. Magna Graecia, Sicily, for instance. So now we have to pick a position. I naturally want to pick Genoa. Yeah, I kind of want to pick that position just because, although there's not really very many people there. But yeah, because that becomes a major city in one of my other favorite historical time periods, early modern time period. Well, I guess you could say that they became a major city in the Middle Ages. But yeah, that makes me want to pick that location there. So what I didn't realize, this is actually for this whole area here, both of these 2 states. Because yeah, you have Genoa here, and then you have this one here. And out of those 2, it'd be very clear that I'd want Genoa. However, you can see that there's also Pisa. Obviously, I don't know that's how you pronounce that word now, but this would be the city of Pisa a bit later. And then we got another location here as well. I'm trying to figure out where that one is. So this was right there. So either one of these would probably be the better one as far as like just the population capacity here. But yeah, we're kind of having a choice here. These are 2 future republics. You have the Republic of Genoa and the Republic of Pisa. And we're kind of getting to pick where we want to be the center of northern Italy here. Man, this was an obvious choice for me, but now that you also got Pisa here, now I feel like I got to go with that one. Yeah, I think that one would probably be the best one because you're going to convert more pops, just because there's more pops there. Genoa is very small compared to Pisa, so and that's what I'm going to call it, even if that's not how you pronounce that. I'm not entirely sure how you pronounce that, the A in the Latin. So maybe like Pisa. I don't know. I'm probably butchering that, guys. I have no idea how to pronounce that. But anyways, yeah, it seems like this one would be the best one because it's already a city, rather than having to change it into a city. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do, guys. So that's where we'll have this focused. It's also already the state there as well. And we'd have to move the fort here over to Genoa too if we move that to be the main location. So let's see what this is about. We can say for freedom, in which case we'll get popularity and Tertius will lose loyalty. And these slaves are going to become freemen. So yeah, I think we've seen this before. Let's event here. Or you say, how would our governor manage without slaves? In which case we'll lose some popularity, he'll gain some loyalty, he'll also get some corruption, and we gain a ton of money. Well, let's go with that one. I think that's the best option for us right now. And you know what, guys? Let's go ahead and get some more stuff building. In fact, let me just see what we might want to do over here. That's our main city. And this place just has such low loyalty. We need to get it up higher, guys. But it's so disloyal that we can't build anything right now. Yeah, it's a shame. We're going to have to wait till it gets higher before we can do anything there. What about over here? We've already hit the building cap there. Just kind of dip around and take a look at our locations and see what we might want to do here. Yeah, these guys' loyalty got kind of low. Yeah, there's not really anything to build here. These are all settlements rather than cities. Take a look at our new location, though. We're going to have a lot of pops to convert, aren't we? Well, you know what? We're at 40.85% Roman here, and that's not too bad. And for assimilating, for converting, we're 85.37% of the province is our religion. So yeah, we typically don't need to focus on converting as much as we do assimilating. So we can do Grand Theater or we can do Grand Temple. And I think it's clear we should do the Grand Theater in that case. And that's going to help us tick up this loyalty here, though the loyalty is not bad here. Okay, I didn't realize that. Yeah, it's not a problem here. Okay, I was thinking it was all the north here, but then it's not the case. We could build here. But again, they're not too bad. I'm looking for places where our loyalty is in the worst position, but where we can still build. We'll just kind of dip around and see. We haven't built a Grand Temple here yet. Our Great Temple. Can we build over here just yet? Nah, loyalty is still a bit too low there. We can build here, though, so that would be helpful. In fact, let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, let's go and do that. We'll build right here, guys. Let's go and get the Grand Theater. Just continue getting those grand theaters in our areas, just trying to help with that loyalty and help with assimilation as well. Obviously, they won't be assimilating the Punic culture since we have integrated them, but they can assimilate other cultures. Now, whether or not we'll keep them integrated, I don't know. You can always, you're not stuck with it. You can always change them up. Let me just go to these guys real quick. That's a lot of quite a few of them here. But yeah, you can always change it up. We can always go back down to any of these if we so desired, make them into slaves or whatever. There's no reason why we can't change this. Of course, it's going to have a lot of penalties if we do so, and that's a lot of pops there, guys. But we can always change that. There is an advantage to integrating, though, that I haven't talked about in this series yet. So maybe we'll talk about that here in a little bit. Let's try and get some progress here because I've been talking quite a while. So we got Popularis agenda. This is what they want to do. And are they wanting to take stuff? Or maybe not. No, it looks like that's not what they want to do. Now they're wanting to appoint this guy as governor instead of our current governor. He is he's not a good marshal choice, but yeah, I guess he's not the worst choice. It's just low marshal. So we get the approval from the Popularis faction, which would help. They're really not that powerful, though. The reason why they have control is simply because the consul is a member. So their dislike or like of us does not impact the support in the Senate very much. That's something to consider. So if we went with this and they dropped down 50 approval, then obviously that's not good, but it wouldn't impact it as much as it normally would. And also, our character here is going to get a drop of popularity, pretty big drop in popularity. Or we can say let him have the position then, so they'll stop their incessant whining. So he'll become the governor, and of course our current governor would be unhappy, as you'd expect. So let me just take a look at this guy here. He's not... Okay, so I'm looking at the wrong guy. I was about to say, he's got like the same stats. I'm looking for I think it's this guy here. He's the current governor. So he's not good either. I'm thinking that we only had him in place because he was that family. Yeah, I think that's the only reason why we put him in place there. Is to appease the family. So... yeah, I guess there's really no reason not to replace him then. If this guy's is actually cruddier, then yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We will have to... oh, maybe not. It looks like the Decius family is already appeased. Okay. Mercantile request. A collection of dissatisfied senators who have significant assets in trading fleets, mercantile ventures, and wholesalers are convinced that Cornelius Scipio to lobby. Okay, so they convinced this guy, the Praetor, to lobby on their behalf. And we can say a fair trade, make it so, in which case we will lose 10,000 manpower. But we got a lot of manpower, guys. Quite a bit of manpower at this point. It's at the point where it's going to become irrelevant soon. We'll gain approval with the Optimates, and we can say we can't spare the men, in which case we'll lose approval. Okay, well, let me just take a look at the current approval and see if this matters. Not really. It's already pretty high. There's really no reason to lose that much. Now, if this fired some type of event chain after, I mean, the manpower is irrelevant. So why not? We don't even need it. I don't think manpower is going to become a problem from here on out. I mean, it might in some like really big war, perhaps. But for the most part, I don't expect manpower to be much of an issue anymore. We're in a pretty good position with our very high manpower reserves because of just how many pops we have. We're at 5,100 on the pops. Again, we're still in second place here, but I think that's definitely second place. You can kind of just dip around, see the size of everybody. You know what? Somebody asked me to take a look at the score, so let's go ahead and do that now. Just kind of show you guys what the current score is. We easily have the highest score in first place here. Second place is nowhere even near us, guys. Yeah, nowhere even near. And the reason why our score is so high is because of your starting situation divider. Rome starts out much smaller than like the Seleucid Empire does. So despite the fact that they have more pops than us, you can see that we have a much, much higher score. Yeah, nobody's even remotely close to us, guys. So it looks like our character has fallen ill. He's got an infection. All right, well, that's unfortunate. So what happens when he has an infection? Does it do anything with his healthy? No. Okay. So yeah, you just don't even know. I do want to see what it looks like when somebody's unhealthy, though. Like maybe if we can find like a really old guy. Oh, okay. So it says perfect health when they have perfect health. So you can tell that you're not in perfect health. There's poor health. Okay. I'll have to keep on looking at that because I'd like to know if like it says something that lets you know it's really low, like close to death or something. And yeah, I'm glad they changed that because with that you could tell exactly when somebody was going to die, like the month they were going to die. The Epic Writer. A man approaches us with a request for a room and some help to write a grand tale for the ages. He promises us he will make sure to include Rome into the tale so that it will be beneficial for us as well as himself. If he manages to write this epic, we will receive the goodwill of the common folk as well as showing everyone what wise, beneficial rulers we are. So we can say we will make sure all his needs are fulfilled while he writes this epic. That'd be expensive. We can say a room will be set aside, much cheaper, or we say we have no interest in his epic. No, I can definitely see the use of propaganda, guys. So you know what? Let's go ahead and do this, even though it's obviously quite expensive. What we can go ahead and do to fix our financial situation, although I'm sure an event's going to fire about this because of how bad we're in the negative right now. So what we're going to go ahead and do, and this will also impact the, yeah, that's unfortunate. It is going to go ahead and impact the monthly stability change as well, and our monthly political influence. So being that far in the negative is quite bad. You'll see we have a 6.25% chance of all of these events happening. Some of them aren't good. Bad planning, deficit, these are bad ones. Gift from the gods, good one. You got some good ones there. So let's go ahead and stop drilling here, and instead we'll just kind of keep them here, and eventually we'll want to start building more roads over here. But let's go ahead and stop paying for the army. That'll help out a little bit with the money situation. Remember, we're still on the low taxes as well. And okay, so that one character who we just had an event with, he just died. So now we need to get him replaced. And this is an important one right here. So we're gonna want the best character, and this is clearly the best character here. And he also is from the Scorn family, so it works out nicely. And he's got a pretty decent statesmanship. He's starting at 6 here. All right, well that's good. I think we're actually getting aggressive expansion tick down slightly faster now than we were. All right, so we got the desperate measure one. So this does decrease stability, but grants us a bunch of money. So we're no longer in the hole, but our stability is now much lower here. And we once again have a risk of rebellion because of that. We're looking at 25 months until rebellion. I'm really hoping that we can get rid of that. We'll just have to see what we can do, guys. So the epic is already finished. It didn't take that long. The grand tale of the Argonautica have been completed, with Rome playing an important role in the tale of the hunt for the Golden Fleece. People from far and wide come to our lands to hear the original tale of Jason and the Argonauts. Some people claim a new Homer has been born, while others lay the honor at our feet for supporting the arts. So doing this is going to increase our consul's popularity, and we're going to get this modifier for 240 months. This is going to increase national tax and monthly ruler popularity gain. So it's going to go well past his consulship. All right, excellent. So that should help out with the money. It gets us up to 12 per month here. But still, yeah, not great, guys. We are in a terrible situation, which is why we're not declaring war on these tribes right now. We have issues that need to be fixed. So with this one here, we can get another national tax modifier, or we can get the stability, which I think the stability is a little bit more important in this particular case. So let's go ahead and do that. And that should hopefully, yeah, get rid of that rebellion chance here. All right, and the problem is just because the loyalty here is just so damn low, man. It is just ridiculously low, guys. I mean, you can see we're sitting at 0. It's at 0.67% and only going up by 0.01 per month. I think a large part of this is because we have no forts. I mean, having a fort would help quite a bit. So you know what, guys, we should probably build a fort here, even though I might not want one. I think it would be good to get one. So we could build the fort here. Oh, we can't build anything anyway. That's right. I forgot. They're not loyal, so yeah, I can't really fix it. But that's part of the reason why it's so damn low. And that's where forts help. I think we would have not, if I didn't have the forts that we have, guys, which I know obviously these are too many. But if we didn't have these, there would have been no avoiding that rebellion. Absolutely not. And it would have been much, much larger, because we were being affected by that in almost every one of our states, that massive modifier that we had for like 10 years or longer. I don't even know how long we had it. But there's no way we would have avoided the rebellion if it wasn't for those fortifications, guys. I feel very confident in that. A religious procession. The struggle between the religious echelons of our society and the peasants has recently come into light. I feel like we've had this event before. Yeah, I think we've had this one. So we can say the priests will be left alone, and we'll lose stability, and we'll get the closed temples. And that does get that religious tech investments, which I really like. But the state religion happiness goes down, which with the stability combination, yeah, that puts us in a terrible position, guys. We can say a procession through the territory will appease both sides, in which case we'll get some stability. Sextus here, the Pontifex Maximus, would get more loyalty, but it's already quite high, and he's old. So really you're just getting the 3 stability there. Where you say the peasants are right, it's time to open the gates of the temple. And you know what, guys? Because happiness is such an issue for us, I really feel like we should probably go with this one this time. The last time we went with this one. But I think in this case, this is the one to go for. And we have, loyalty to sacrifice with him, and he's old anyway. So yeah, I think we're going to do that one, guys, because we need to. We absolutely do. The stability is now ticking down, unfortunately. And a big part of that is because I don't think we have the divine sacrifice anymore. We can do it again, and you know what? I kind of feel like we should. You know what? Let's go and do that, guys. I really want stability going up. We did get the civic advances. All right, excellent. So let's go and see what we want to get next. Again, Archimedes has served us quite well here. He is 73 years old, so I don't know how much longer he's going to last. Very poor health. All right, so that tells us he's probably going to die soon, which is unfortunate because he has been serving us well for a long, long time with that 12 skill rating. And yeah, with all his, obviously his traits has also done us well too, giving us some free innovations. All right, so with the civic advances, see what we might want to get here. I know that we went, I don't remember which one we went with last time. I think it was with this one, actually. So we could go with this one here. We'll be able to build roads for cheaper. Most importantly, that lets us go down here to one of these two, which again are quite important, and I think we should go ahead and do that, actually. Let's go for this one. I know there's other stuff we could go for, guys, but yeah, I really wanted to get these unlocked. And we were talking about building roads over here once we're out of our problem situation. I guess we could build the roads now, but I really want to use the money for trying to get us out of this loyalty issue. We've got a barbarian army here, which is going to attack us, so we're going to want to go ahead and raise up our levies. And I don't know how many we will have here. They have 3,500 men, so let's just take a peek and see if this is going to be enough. The ones here. No, it would not. It'd be 2,500 men, and well, they're not exactly great. However, even against chariots, I don't know that we would win, just because we got light cav, and they do well, and the heavy cav, they do well, but most of what we have is light infantry, and they suck against everything. So, yeah, I don't think they would be able to beat them. We're probably going to have to raise up somebody. You know what? The closest ones would be these guys, wouldn't it? Yes, it would. All right, so let's go ahead and raise them up, and then what we're going to do is raise them up as far as we can. And I'm not entirely sure which is the farthest region. Let's just go with this one here, just to make sure. It looks like it was that one. That's what I was thinking, but I wasn't entirely sure. I could have checked, but I didn't. So we actually have to pay the military temporarily to be able to beat these guys. Remember last time I didn't do that, and that was foolish on my part. So let's go ahead and get those guys moving up north, and then we're gonna go ahead and get these guys drilling, because if we're gonna have to pay for our army, then we might as well drill them, because you can see that their experience did tick down quite quickly. That experience just doesn't last very long. That's one of the things I feel like is not balanced well, and I don't feel hopeful that it will be balanced well, because you know, in other games, Paradox also allows your military experience to tick down way too quickly. For instance, I would say that EU4 would be the best example. It just goes down so quickly. We did defeat them, easy enough, excellent. So let's go ahead and get rid of the army again, guys, and not pay for these guys. Let's expand them. And yeah, I feel like we need to train them back up again, guys. We want to keep that military experience as quick or as high as we can. But just kind of see how much it's decaying by. So that base is 4.5%. That is just way too high, man. It just ticks down so damn fast because of that. And you can get all these modifiers to make it so it goes down, you know, much slower. But still, even then, it's still going down too fast, in my opinion. I had gotten a... I don't remember which one it was that we had gotten here, but we had gotten a distinction, and apparently I didn't show it. I think it was this one here. The Legion maintenance cost, -5%, experience decay, -1%. I thought I did show that. Yeah, I thought I did show that one. Maybe it was this one. I think it was this one. Okay, this is the one that we had gotten, which is a Plains combat bonus, a Farmland combat bonus, plus 15%, and almost all of these here are increasing the cohort loyalty gain chance. So as your Legion gets better, they're also more likely to become loyal to a character. We did get the Bountiful Harvest. Excellent. So we can go with the stability or with some money and some approval from the Bony. Let's just take a look and see where their approval's at. It's at 100. So I think we should probably go with the stability, though. That is a huge chunk of money, guys. Man, I'm really tempted to go with the stability, but that's a lot of money. Yeah, I think we will go with the money, guys, because we could build a few things with that. So let's go ahead and start doing some building, just seeing where we might want to, like locations where we're still losing loyalty as areas that we're going to want to concentrate on. So let me just kind of dip through our territory and see where our plus. Of course, we could do this easier, but let me just. I'm pretty sure that in North Africa would be the best location to build this. Everywhere else is going up in the positive. There are some locations, as you see, guys, that got really low in the negative. Ugh, that was so low, guys. Yeah, I think we're going to go in these locations. I think the reason why they're ticking down is because they don't have forts. And again, this is just evidence of how useful forts are for loyalty, guys. Although this location here does have a fort and is, in fact, still going down. So you know what, guys, let's go ahead and build it here, although there's no cities here, so yeah, I can't really build it here, can we? These are all settlements, so therefore there's really not much we can do here. Now there are things to get to increase the loyalty, but is that really the thing you want there? And do we really want to build? Yeah, we don't really want to build it here, guys. Yeah, and I'm not building forts there either. So no, we won't be able to do those locations. We might have to do it somewhere else where we might be losing. We want a city is what I'm trying to do here. So yeah, like this location here, this isn't a city, and their loyalty is going down. So that's where we're gonna build this. Let's go ahead and build ourselves a grand theater here. Now you could go with the temple as well. You know what? Because this is Punic. In this case, it'd probably better to go with the temple because we want to get these guys converted to another religion. So yeah, I think it'd make more sense here to get the Grand Temple. Either way, you're getting a plus 0.05 to provincial loyalty. So yeah, I think we're going to go with that, guys. Get the Grand Temple there. We do still have money, so let's go and see where we might want to build next. Probably over here, although they're in the positive. So yeah, if it's going up, then I'm not so much worried about it. It's only when we're going down that I want to get something built in those areas. Unless we can't, like these areas here. So let's go and take a peek over here, because I saw somewhere, I think it was this, yeah, this state here, right here is incredibly low. So let's go ahead and get something for them. They actually already have both the theater and the Grand Temple. Okay, so I think that we were already looking at that and realizing something had to get done there. We could take these guys up higher, and they got pretty low too. So that's where we're gonna do it. Let's do it right here, and let's get, we'll want the theater. So I'm just kind of really focusing on these powerful buildings here. If Rome has a spot, and they do, we should probably go ahead and get the foundry just because it's so good. That would be a fantastic benefit for our capital city here. So I think we will get that next. How much is it? Let me save up for that. 250. So we can go with this option here. How awful, you know, because we've seen this event before. We'll get some money, and he'll gain loyalty, which is always nice. And he'll lose a bit of money, or we convince him all as well, in which case he'll gain a lot more loyalty, and we're going to gain a little bit of stability. This is not as much money as that other event, so we're going to go with the stability in this instance, because again, stability is just so helpful for us because of the population happiness bonus, and just trying to get these provinces that we have. We need to get their loyalty up as quickly as possible. So getting happier pops would be useful for those ends. I'm really looking forward when we can start trading with these guys again here, which we might be able to. Oh, yeah, we have control here in Carthage. Finally, about time, guys. So we're gonna want to get the Great Temple next. Try and get that loyalty ticked up higher. But yeah, we can finally import the resources from here again. I think we already have all the bonuses from, you know, the resources we were trading from Carthage. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got them all, because, you know, we have spices, dyes, papyrus. I think that's mainly what we were getting from here. There's the leather to be traded as well. But yeah, I think that's everything we were getting from there. We already have it. We took care of it. We got it from other locations. We don't even need them. Already at that 100,000 manpower up there. Again, manpower is just not going to be an issue, I don't think. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer that we probably won't have the war against the tribes in this episode. Because, man, it's just it's taking a lot longer to get this burned down than I thought. We also have a lot of events popping up as well. So again, another one that we've seen many times here. So this will give us a manpower we don't need and tyranny that we don't need. This would increase our popularity, get up to 100. We'd have to give up some stability and we get some money. Or we can do this one here, and Roma would actually have lower population happiness. Okay. But yeah, we'd get some stability, which would help in other areas. I'm not too worried about Roma's loyalty, obviously, because they're not going to have any problems with that. But the happiness does affect their production, and we do get a lot here. Now these guys are so happy. I almost feel like we could do that for a year for 5 stability, anything to help out in the provinces. And again, this might not even have any effect here. Yeah, because they're so damn happy, it had no effect anyways. So we need to get another governor appointed up here. Let's just see who we might want to put in place. Again, we're going to go with the best character, I suppose, since there's no families that are unhappy. Though it doesn't look like there's really any good choices when it comes to, non-family members, the minor characters or the major characters. Yeah, there's nobody here, guys. This is a garbage choice. So essentially, you should just go with one of these level 5 family members here with the best marshal, which would be these two, and have high loyalty. And so there's really nothing I'm seeing here except for these traits to kind of make a decision here. So this would increase the slave output there, and this would increase the citizen output. All right, so clearly Octavius is the choice here. So he's 18. Wow. All right, so this is not the first time we've put a very young man as governor, which is obviously not accurate at all. You would not have a young man like that in the Republican period in that position, not at all. It's typically older men, because especially out in the farther away provinces, as the Republic grew in size, It was usually previous consuls, proconsuls, that would be made the governors, especially of the richer areas, places like Spain, where, obviously they had to deal with a lot of rebellious tribes and stuff, but, there's a lot of mineral wealth that they're able to capitalize on and take advantage for themselves, enrich themselves. Caesar himself enriched himself in Spain. So this is just a Civil War event. And these guys are still training. Yeah, we'll keep them training again because I just feel like the military experience is so helpful. In fact, that's what I wanted to talk about. Ooh, we had a murder here. So we can gain loyalty, but this character here he's a party leader, he would lose loyalty. We'd gain popularity is what I meant. Or we can just lose popularity. Yeah, let's go with that one. And, oh yes, we need a researcher now because that character died. So let's find out who we want to put here. And I guess we're going to put... Yeah, I mean, he's the best choice. I mean, he's tied for the best choice here. Nobody has any traits to really make us pick, but yeah, he's the family we need, so we'll just put him in place. They'll continue in that role. So, what I wanted to talk about, oh man, we got more barbarian problems. Luckily, our legion is here nearby, though, and they're being paid for, so... Yeah, because we're training them. So, let's go ahead and stop the drilling, and... get over here and try and attack these guys. And somebody is killed in a freak accident. It was a friend of the governor of Africa. Okay. So yeah, what I wanted to talk about before we get to the end here, guys, is the other role that integrated cultures play in this game, and that is with the military traditions. That's what I'm looking for here. So when it comes to unlocking the other military traditions here, because these are those two that we have available to us, and you'll notice that we do have different options in here. Here it is. So each one of these unlocks a new one of these tradition trees. So with the one that we've made the most progress on here, this will allow us to get the Greek one. So that'd be the Greek tradition tree, which I want to say it'd be both of these ones here would be unlocked. Yeah. So that'll unlock both of these ones here. And in order to get that, we have to have an integrated culture with at least 417 pops. So therefore, once we start conquering territory in Greece, then we can, integrate one of the cultures there, the largest one, and then from there we'll be able to, and you can see the culture groups that are required here. So it doesn't actually have to be Hellenic. There's 3 different choices here that would fit. And once we've done that, then we'll have access to these tradition trees. So that would be really awesome. Now, if we looked at this one has its benefit as well. This one I think is for the Celts somewhere. Just looking for it. I know it's in here. There we go. So this one's for the Celts. So this would be the Celtic ones up here at the top, and you'd get that one as well. And that one requires the same thing: 417 pops of one of those culture groups. And you'll see that those are just about anywhere, so you could easily get that one there. It also gives another benefit too here that you see at the bottom, which I don't know what the benefit of this one was. It was a plains combat bonus. So we only have one integrated culture right now, and that's Punic. Besides Roman, obviously, our main culture. So you think, oh, well, can we get the Punic one? Well, no, we can't, because we have to get that tradition that unlocks them. So hovering over this, we can see that there's one from the Celts. So we'd have to go look in these two, see where we can find it. There's that one. So that'll let you go into italic, which obviously we already have that. So I think it's this one in here. Here it is. So as you can see, we've already got the requirement. Punic is an integrated culture with at least 417 pops. And so essentially, once we integrate, and again, that one wasn't here, wasn't it? Yeah, so we'd have to get all the way down here. We'd have to integrate one of the tribal cultures, and get this. And then once we've done that, then we could go into these here, and then we could go all the way down, and then we could get Punic. So Punic is quite a ways away, guys. So unfortunately, probably not going to be getting that anytime soon. Still moving to attack these guys here. They have actually moved, so we want to move our location that we're going to. And yeah, we'll just fight them over here. We do have some trade offers for our salt. All right, so we know where they're at. And I'm probably going to trade with those little guys. Yep, that's who we're trading with. Help them out. Doesn't mean we'll have to do a trade again some point in the future, but That's okay. So we were able to defeat them, and we got a pop enslaved. Let's go back over to Carthage, and yeah, I guess we're going to keep on training them. Although we could go and build some roads. Yeah, I suppose we can go and start getting the roads going up along the coast here. Connect with these roads. Yeah, we'll do some road building, guys, which means we don't need to pay for the military. So we'll go ahead and stop that. Just kind of focus. Because I'd really like to change off of this. Because we're losing a lot of taxes here, guys. I don't know that we can, though. No. We still can't. Yeah, it's that bad, guys. It's so low. So what do we have over here? All right, so we get 4 different choices here. One of them's gonna result in Tertius losing loyalty. It looked like he lost to Nibal, and he's that governor of Magna Graecia. And we put him in place when he was like really young, I think, and so he's been there for a long time. So if we did that, we're gonna get 20 gold. He'll lose loyalty. Give it to the merchants, in which case we'll get a marketplace there. Again, not really the best building. It's an okay building, I suppose. This would result in Tertius getting popularity. We'll get local provincial loyalty and local freeman happiness. That'd actually be really helpful. Yeah, that would be. Or we say ask the residents what they want, in which case we're going to get another building there. And those are all better buildings. So, yeah, we've had this event many times. And I think we've always gone for this one here. But I think we might end up going for this one, guys. What are his stats are okay. I'm trying to see if that giving him that loyalty would be helpful. I don't know who's currently set to... Okay, so these are 2 current runner-ups here for, not really runner-ups, but the 2 that are next going to be the consuls. We got a researcher here, and he's okay. And he's not too, I mean, he's really only good at one thing, I suppose. And then we got the really crappy censor here, who would be our co-consul. Yeah, he's garbage. All right, so that's kind of a bummer, because I don't really like either of these guys. But yeah, I don't think we're going to do anything against him either, though. So yeah, let's just go ahead and give, again, this guy's not terrible, so you know what, I'm okay with him getting some popularity, and let's do this one. Anything to try and get the, let me just make sure they need it. I want to say everywhere does. No, this is the one location that doesn't have provincial loyalty issues, probably because they're very highly Roman, 66% Roman, so that they didn't get that one penalty that we had for so long. So you know what, in that case then, yeah, we'll just go with this one. I was thinking they also had loyalty issues, but that is not the case. It's just about everywhere but that location in our capital. So we do have another tradition to get. All right, excellent. So we could go ahead and continue down here. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that one or that one. So yeah, we're going to continue with the Roman traditions, guys, and get the... Yeah, let's get this one. Heavy infantry multiplier with the levy size multiplier as well. Yeah, let's go for that one. Give us a lot more troops overall. Just take a look at our troop counts now. Yeah, look at this. Wow. A lot of troops there. A lot there. And even down here, you'll notice that our numbers have gone up. In Africa, I mean, yeah, we've got a massive army now. It's a good sized army for this point in the game. So we did have the election, which did take down our stability. We also lost some base metals over there. And we got this event, which is always great, giving us some happiness for our culture. And we've got a new consul who I'm sure is, yeah, he's probably garbage even with the traits. I mean, his stats are not horrible. The charisma's high. Could be worse. He could be cruddy and everything, I suppose. So he's modest. We're just looking for things that affect us here. Oh, this one's not good. Narrow-minded. Yeah, that's not good at all. Assertive. That one's a good one. This one gives us those great options for dealing with characters. And then we have the... Yeah, because he can persuade them. And then we have the cold trait as well, where we can assassinate characters for cheaper. So let's just go and take a look at our co-consul. We already know he's cruddy, but he's still better in martial than our current character. But he couldn't even be better than our 1 zeal, because he's 1 as well. Wow. All right. So this is the co-consul here. He's not impressive. So I think the co-consul was the censor here. I think we were just trying to appease that family, and that's why we had him there. There might actually be a better choice though than what he was. Yeah, you can see that Quintus here is better. So yeah, you know, we'll go ahead and put Quintus in charge here. Keep that family appeased. Oh yes, and our consul was the researcher, so we do need to find somebody new here. And it's clearly not going to be as good as the last guy, unfortunately. All right. Well, we're going to want the scholar in place. We have 2 scholars here. And they're of the same rank here. They both have those traits. And so I'm not seeing any reason not to put this guy here since he's a family member. Yeah, so we'll put him in place. Okay, so maybe we'll get some events because he's a scholar. Get some favorable events giving us some free innovations or something. Aggressive expansion is down, guys. We got some gold as well. Alright, so this is what I think we're going to do. Let's go ahead and do the aggressive expansion change again. So we'll get that going. And then let's go ahead and spend some money, and then we're pretty much ready to go to war now, guys. I feel like the situation's good enough. Obviously, we still have loyalty issues here. Yeah, this is still quite a problem. But yeah, we can't build here, so there's really not much that we can do to fix the situation, unfortunately, just yet. Now, we need to change the governor policy up over here. I guess we could do that. We do have a little bit of political influence. They're already doing harsh treatment. Never mind. I was going to say we could change over to harsh treatment, but he's already doing it. That's the only thing keeping this damn place low. I think we changed it to that, actually. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and get something built. I think we're going to continue to focus on Carthage, though. You know what? I really want to get this building for Rome. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's get the foundry here, guys. That'll be 250. Some fantastic bonuses there for us. Really step up our research quite a bit. So remember, we already have a war goal on them. So we could declare war on them. But let's see what the best option is. Because we want to fight as many of these tribes as possible. Although, of course, that's going to cause aggressive expansion issues. But hopefully by the end of the war, this is pretty low. That's why I took that omen. Try and get as low as we can before we end the conflict. So that'll allow us to get these guys conquered and these guys here conquered. Let's just see if there's any better options. And I didn't see if they had any alliances. So they're just allied with that little state there. So looking at them here, they have 2 allies, which are just those 2 that they're in the defensive league with, so that doesn't help us. And they have just the 1 alliance. Okay, so nothing changes. It doesn't matter who we declare war on, so we should clearly declare war on these guys because they're the ones who rebelled against us. So let's go and get our military moving up there. Man, you know, I really wanted to get... Before I declared war, I was trying to get out of this taxation situation, but I think if we change the default, I think that would result in us having a rebellion in this province here. It's just still too disloyal. So I think we're going to have to keep it on the lax taxes, unfortunately, just because they're in such a bad situation. But we can go ahead and raise up the army, though, and get them moving up north. So we're going to want to use this one, obviously. And do we want this one here? It would help, I guess, to have more. I guess if we had, like... Let's try and see how we want to do this. How the best way to do this would be. And we could just have the 2 large armies there, and that would be plenty enough. Let's just go ahead and use this map mode here. And we'll just raise everybody up. It's fine. So we'll raise a small army to go take them. And then this army here will raise up to attack them. Yeah, they'll attack them. And then we'll raise up 1 army down here. They have to move all the way up north. And they'll attack these guys. So this will take them time to get up here, obviously. And so we'll wait for them. And we also need to get this army here moving over to this location and go and attack the capital there. I wonder if they fixed the issue with the crossing of the rivers, you know, going to the wrong side. So let's go and get these military roads built over to here. Yeah, just all along the coast up to that province there. I know this is obviously costing money, which you don't have a lot of, but that's okay. And you know what, we're going to want to pay the army as well. But you know what, we're going to wait. We're going to wait to pay the army until these guys are closer to their locations. We lost Archimedes. We knew this was going to happen. It's not surprising. It is still a shame, though. So he served us for a long time, and there's nobody that's going to be better than that. But we can put this guy in place, and he's a scholar, so he's not that much worse. So we'll move him into that position. And unfortunately, guys, we are actually going to have to end the episode here. I was hoping to get a little bit further, but you know, we had a lot of events pop up, and I also kind of wanted to go over the way the traditions work. Because I don't know if I've mentioned that yet. But yeah, we're getting these roads built here. We got the Legion here. Could have moved them up this way, but we're just going to use the levies for this. They're absolutely fine for this task, guys. So yeah, we'll use all the levies, the 3 levy armies, get these guys taken out. Honestly, this is overkill. This is far more troops than is needed. Just these 3 here. Yeah, we do not need this many troops. We'll probably have to split them, in fact, because we're not going to be able to fit anywhere. on the supply limit. Yeah, we're taking attrition now. So yeah, we're probably going to split these guys up into multiple armies here. Both of these two. We'll want to split them up. And this is plenty enough, as I said. I don't think we need anywhere near that many to get the job done. So it should be a nice, quick, and easy conflict. And we'll get these 3 tribes here conquered. And then with this one, that will allow us to continue on the mission tree. We'll get that one, and then we can continue going down this. So yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. I do hope to see you guys on the next episode. And thanks for watching.